Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Slice of Gaming podcast, episode 157 for July 24th, 2026. I'm your host, Dan Wolf, and I'm joined today by two very special people to talk all things in the world of gaming. Pretty slow news week, all things considered, but I found a few topics that thought worked as good discussion topics. I've been playing some games too, so stuff to talk about, all things considered, in the middle of this kind of dry period for gaming. But anyways, let me introduce my people. First and foremost, I got my main man, Beef Hammer. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, good. Tired, but good. Need a podcast.
Yeah, you were telling me about like the move and everything. It's just like very
Yeah,
tiring.
yeah. It's very slow gaming time too. I told you, but yeah, I'm like now, oh, I'm gonna be catching up because I got things coming my way, like Splatoon Raiders, and I know
Yeah.
Halo's out soon. But I'm like, right, I have not been gaming as much as I want to last few weeks.
Yeah, I understand. It's just kind of a weird time in
Mhm.
general as well. It's been a big backlog time for me because I'm like, I want to get Splatoon Raiders, but I should probably play the other Splatoons first. So
Yes.
that's a tough one. And then I'm not really interested in Halo, so I'm like, okay, this whole month has just been free for me, which is
Yeah, that's
kind of cool,
perfect
honestly.
then.
I'm also joined by Moon. How you doing today, man?
What's up, Squid Squad?
Does it Shiver say that? I think right.
No, that's what the narrator says in like every Splatoon like trailer. Because they're
Uh,
still keeping up the bit from the original Splatoon like announcement trailer where it's supposed to be like, ooh, we're scientists observing these animals, and they've kept that thing up for a
oh
decade now.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so weird, but it's so funny. And they get the
I
same
love.
and they've had the same narrator for the past decade too.
It's the guy from the Nintendo Directs too. Like he's always like wearing like the lab coat. He's like, I'm part of the special Squid Research Squad. I'm like, hell yeah, dude. Keep going with it. I love it.
But yeah, I agree. It's been a backlog month for me. Actually, I haven't been gaming too much in the past 2 weeks because I've been busy with other stuff. But yeah, it
Mhm.
was before that I was doing all backlog, and now Splatoon Raiders is out, and I finally have something new to play.
Yeah, I guess it was a. It's one of those rare months where it's like, dang, nothing really releases this month. Like nothing like, oh, all eyes are turned on it. I mean, we got two remakes this month. Let's be real. And like, Halo's cool. Assassin's Creed is cool. People are enjoying those games, but it's also like people enjoyed Halo 20 years ago. People enjoyed Assassin's
Mm.
Creed 10 years ago. Like it's very much that thing of like I played Halo before and I don't really care about Assassin's Creed. So, and Splatoon Raiders actually looks sick though. But I'm a larper. I haven't played a Splatoon game, so it's that thing though. Like it's these rare backlog months. I don't know what was the last backlog month for y'all that wasn't January or December.
Last month, I think, was kind of for me. I'm trying to remember what it
I'm
was.
trying to remember
Like,
what did come out last month. Yeah, I think
I
well,
don't
games
think it.
came out,
I guess
but and I
June
was
maybe.
interested in them, but I didn't play any. I think like Mina came out last month.
No, Mina was
Mm,
May.
May
June
was
was
it May?
Elliot.
Oh, it's Elliot. That's right.
yeah,
I was
that's what
gonna
I
do
think.
Elliot, but then the middling reviews made me just go, okay,
I mean, middling. It was like an 83.
yeah.
Like, let's calm down.
But I think it's
I,
like
I
sitting at like a 79 or 80 now.
I wanted to check it out, but they just ran out of copies. So I was just like, well, okay.
Did they
The
really?
Square underprints their copies for their games. Um, but yeah, anyways, I talked a little bit about games there, but we got a whole lot of stuff. If you guys want to find us, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever your favorite pods are found. Like the podcast helps us out a ton, and follow us on Twitter and Blue Sky at a slice of gaming. With that, I do want to get a very quick icebreaker. After last week and the shitting pants stories, I just want a
Oh
really
God.
simple one. What's y'all's favorite ice cream flavor? Let's just make it real simple
Mm.
this time.
Well, keeping the theme of shitting themselves. No,
No, no, no.
no, I'm
Hey, if
a
you're lactose intolerant, I'm not lactose. Are you guys lactose intolerant?
I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm not
lactose
like.
intolerant, but I also
I can't imagine that.
I do suffer from sensitive gums, so I can't handle cold
Mm.
really well.
Uh,
So I don't. So the way I enjoy ice cream, if I do, is like in shake form. That's like really
oh
the only way
yeah,
I can
milkshake.
enjoy ice cream. So I'm a vanilla bitch. Like I like vanilla and chocolate's too much.
Vanilla's good.
I've never been too much of a chocolate guy, and all the other flavors are just like this is doing too much.
Yeah, I get that. I think for me, it's like vanilla is really good when you just want something very simple. Like you're like, I don't want to like go crazy with the ice cream,
It's
but
also
like
nice with vanilla,
I love a
especially
good
when you do
crazy flavor.
shakes. Is like when you go to like Cold Stone or something like that, they just mix in other stuff. So I get like a little bit of chocolate from like mixing in M&Ms or something.
Oh yeah. When you do like the toppings, like
Mhm.
I love the ones where it's like Reese's butter, the mini peanut butter cups. Where I'm like, I don't even know where to get these in stores. You guys just have these like really tiny ones that are like the size of my fingernail. But yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's a good one.
it's
I like a
versatile.
good a candy bar milkshake, as I like to call them. For me,
Uh,
honestly, I'm kind of I wouldn't say I'm the opposite, but like I do love vanilla and the simple flavors, but like man, I love birthday cake, which is a really
oh,
weird one, but like something about like the cakey texture and like it works for me in a weird way. I can't explain it much. I
yeah,
love birthday cake flavor.
I can't do birthday cake like anything. Like there was those birthday cake Oreos I had, and I was just like, I almost puked.
Very
It's too
sweet. That's
sweet.
why I rarely get ice cream in general, so that's why it's like a kind of a treat for me to get a birthday cake ice cream. And a milkshake too. I love a milkshake. I also I'm one of those people. I fuck with mint chocolate chip. There's always the argument about mint. What's the? Isn't it some people when they taste mint, it tastes like soap?
It's more.
uh,
It reminds more people of toothpaste because a lot of people just
yeah,
default to mint toothpaste.
That's what's so
yeah,
funny
like
to me because I'm like I kind of like the taste of toothpaste. Maybe I'm weird.
That's me
yeah,
with
'cause-
people say like Dr. Pepper tastes like cough syrup. I'm like, I actually kind of like cough syrup.
Same. Like and even then I'm like, really? You guys taste cough syrup with this? I never understood that. Beef. What about you?
was gonna say, see, I am like, I hate mint ice cream. I had to try some last vacation. I was like, I was like, I cannot understand it. So I'm definitely the opposite. I'm also, as much as I've had like some vanilla ice cream recently, but like I get what Moon's at. Where I'm like, this is like underrated. It's you think of it as like just plain, but no, I'm like, no, this is actually really good. But no, I don't eat much ice cream, so I have to like,
Mhm.
yeah, when I do it is also something like special, like I get like Ben and Jerry's half baked, or if I'm more general,
Yeah.
like yeah, moose tracks, anything with like
Yeah.
marshmallows. I'm like, I need something weird.
You
So
like the Rocky Ridge?
yeah, like that stuff too. It's really
Yeah, that's cool.
anything with like, yeah, like I like a lot of weird stuff like something chunky. I almost, yeah, like need like something with like stuff in it, like peanut butter cups or
hmm
yeah, just like
That's my
anything.
that's my thing is like I don't eat ice cream or like just sweets in general too often. Like I eat that often, but like not like all the time. So when I do eat it, I'm like I'm gonna go crazy. Might as well because it's like I rarely fulfill the sweet tooth, I guess.
I'm not much of a sweet tooth. I love my junk food, but it's not candy, ice cream. Just doesn't really hit for me that often.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, honestly, that's for the best with I don't what do you even get out of them nutrient wise? Vitamin B maybe if you get the orange crush, I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I fuck with ice cream. My real weakness when it comes to sweets is cookies. I can't get enough of cookies. It's a problem. Um, but yeah, let's get into so Moon. You have to leave soon. You're just here for the beginning.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you since you checked it out, the Marvel Tokon beta. Uh, what you thought of it? What characters you played? Honestly, I'm curious about that. And just like kind of the with that game coming out in like what, like 2 weeks at this point. Like we're pretty
Yeah.
close to it. So I want to hear what you're thinking about it.
I've been mostly just observing it from just like the sidelines, on interacting too much. I only played like the bit of the story mode that they give you in the beta, which is kind of cool. Actually, playing that sold me. I'm like, okay, at least I'll play this for the story mode because it's really fun and it's a lot more in depth than I thought it was. Like, it's not just simple, fighting game story mode. It's like we must fight and then we fight. Like, no, there's actually like it feels like an actual proper comic book story. So that's a
Have they
lot of
said how
fun.
long it is?
No, but I would assume, considering they gave me the first chapter of one story, because each team has a story mode, and there's 5 teams.
Oh,
And that was a good like half hour of just cutscenes. Now, granted, I'm assuming it's probably going to be less once the story picks up, but because they're
yeah,
just
maybe.
setting up everything. But it
Yeah,
was,
maybe it's like
it,
a 5 hour story mode.
I could
That's
see
the
something
difference.
like that. Like maybe about an hour or so for each team, so that makes sense. But it was fun, and it was great to just like see this writing and acting from everyone. And then the actual gameplay. Watched more professional fighter game people than I, but they picked up the speed of the game. Like everything is just faster, and they have unlocked a couple other things from the last closed beta. So everyone's just like, this is like a completely different game. And I can agree that it is a very fast paced game now. Like it now rivals some of the more faster fighting games like Marvel vs. Capcom and others. It's pure chaos, especially because everyone now has the ability to summon all of their assists at the same time. So there are times when like 8 characters are on screen. It's pure madness.
It's like
But I'm still get
4v4, but like you can have one health bar, right? Like you could just play
yeah,
one
it's all one
character
health
and
bar,
then
yeah.
okay, cool. That's awesome.
Um, but and I'm still getting used to it because I haven't played a fighting game thoroughly since like Injustice 2, so I am way out of the loop on playing, but it seems pretty beginner friendly because they give you ways to use super moves very easily than your standard way, and there aren't too many button combinations. So it seems it's one of those easy to pick up but impossible to like master. And I've already seen people do
Yeah.
crazy stuff on Reddit. So I think we're in for something good there, at least for the fighting game community.
Yeah, it sounds like kind of a Marvel versus Capcom where like I know me and a lot of other casual fighting game fans just like screwing around in that game and like trying weird combinations. But then you look at the competitive scene and they're out there doing like infinites and whatnot. It's like, damn,
Mhm.
like I don't even know how that's possible.
So I think it might have sold me. I think this beta might have sold me on at least picking up a physical, and then just when I'm done with story mode and a little bit of playing, I'll just turn it in and move
Yeah.
on. And like not one of those deep investments that I usually get out of fighting games.
It's really cool that like with a physical copy you can like return it if you're done with
Yeah.
it. It's like, I'm done. But
Yeah.
no, it sounds
Speaking.
awesome.
Yeah.
I do also real quick so that you can were you able to play Splatoon Raiders at all?
Yeah. I played that last night and a little bit this morning. I'm about to. I think what's considered the first big boss. I'm about to hit that. So I'm about 2-3 hours in. But it's a lot of fun. It's definitely that almost roguelike, but it is a looter shooter more than a roguelike, but it has the roguelike
Mhm.
elements of you die and then you keep all your experience from anything that you've accomplished, so you can come back stronger once you hit a level up, and you can level up your weapons and change your loadout or whatever. But it is more of the looter shooter. But my only complaint right now is maybe it's just because it's an early game thing, but there are a lot of moments where you're just kind of walking around not doing anything. Like the enemies are on this part of the beach and you have to go actually walk over there, and because it's Splatoon, your fast moving is only in ink, so you have to spray ink everywhere. So it's a whole lot of I might as well
Yeah.
just walk instead of wasting time spraying ink to be able to move faster. So I'm hoping that picks
Unless you're
up
like
when
you're
they
going
just
back
start
and forth.
swarming you. But
Yeah, no.
and I
It
see
sounds
that
it's like a raid mode basically, right?
yeah, there's like certain different like each level's a little bit different. Like there's one where you do have
Okay.
to go from point A to point B. There's other ones where it's like a time limit of you have to collect as many points as possible before time runs out. So each level is a little different. And those ones where you have to do it within the time limit are the most chaotic, at least in the early game, because you're limited to the gadgets that you have and the kind of guns you have. I'm sure it's going to be even crazier in the late game. Like you watch those trailers and it is getting crazy. So I'm assuming it's just going to get harder and harder. Thankfully, the Switch 2
Yeah.
is handling it pretty well. Like I'm not getting terrible performance or anything.
Yeah, I'd hope so. We're like a year into
For,
this thing. I'd pray that we're not starting to
yeah, for a
struggle
Nintendo
already.
first party game, you would hope so.
Yeah, they've been pretty good about that performance wise lately. Um, I'm curious about honestly just like the end game of that game. Do you think you're gonna dig into that, or is like, oh, just when I finish the campaign, I'm out?
It's most likely going to be finished the campaign. I mean, they already kind of pushed the whole join up with friends on multiplayer and go do raids together. I'm not doing any of that. I mean, it
Yeah, it
does
looks
also
very.
give you the option to just squad up with just randoms to if you're like
Uh-huh.
having problems with a certain level and you can't do it, like you can call for help basically. So I might test that one time, especially because there are like outfits and whatnot that are locked behind. Do 5 games with a lobby and stuff like that. I'm like, really? You have to lock this stuff behind playing the
Yeah.
multiplayer?
Yeah, it's interesting though, because the way it was so funny reading the reviews, and like there's that one from The Guardian that kills me. It was just like, oh my god, where's the multiplayer? It's like it's marketed as a single player game. And like you look at all the marketing, they're like, this is a single player game. And like, yeah, you have that local co-op vibe, but it's kind of like Borderlands in that way, where you can play a single player, you can play with a group.
Yeah. It's definitely that. It's Nintendo trying to make their own Borderlands, and so far it's working because the base of what Splatoon is with the shooting and everything and the looting, it completely works.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like a lot of people didn't I wouldn't say like had low expectations, but like I feel like people were like, "Oh, I know what this is." And then when it came out and like all the reviews were coming out and more gameplay was shown, it's like, "Oh, this is actually way cooler than like we initially gave it credit." So, yeah, and it's like isn't it like $50 digitally?
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 50
so
I think it's 50 digitally, 60 physically.
yeah, which is
So
just like
that's good.
easy deal. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm curious what the more end is like. Is it just endless raids or is it more just like set pieces? I wonder if they could add like
Mhm.
extra islands and like post DLC. I could see
Oh,
them doing
there's
something like
definitely
that.
DLC. The Splatoon team loves their DLC. Like I think Splatoon 3 got DLC for like 3-4 years. Like they're pretty on top of that stuff.
Yeah, so I'm curious what that'll look like.
Hmm. But yeah, it sounds awesome. I want to check it out eventually because I do love a good like kind of group PVE type vibe. Let's get into the actual news now. I mentioned physical earlier.
Yeah,
We got
physical
some
actually came up a
stats.
couple times.
Yeah, yeah. Matt Piscatella came out and he was like, "All right, that's enough." And gave us the data, at least in the United States. Two PlayStation video games sold more than 10,000 physical units in the United States during week ending July 11, 2026. Seven have sold more than 100K physical units year to date. Now, here's the thing. I read this and I'm like, my initial reaction was like, oof. But then I thought about it, I'm like, well, he says the floor was 100,000. And like we've seen like all this other data that points to like games selling more than 100,000. So maybe there's more to this than that. And then he came back. He put up some points here, basically of replies to a lot of people. Now, a lot of people are giving him shit. Maybe one of the points I think is like, yeah, rightfully so. Maybe a little bit of shit to give him towards this, but he put out some points kind of responding to it. One, it has no comparison point. Here are the numbers of physical PlayStation games that sold at least 100K units in the U.S. during the year's calendar. First half going back to 2003, and he points out that in 2003, 2008, over 100 games sold over 100K, and then it went all the way down to seven. So it obviously, like, we know that there was a dwindling amount of physical software sales, but there's some more interesting things here. Two, the timing of measurement matters too. Sure, I can't just disclose PlayStation here, so I hope the total market look for the 12-month period ending June also go back to 2003 to suffice. Just some extra stats there. The graphs, probably best to look it up to see the exact data there. Three, it also hides more than it shows. It's a one post anecdote on a short form social media platform. Anyway, I can't disclose title specific units totals, but none of the seven that did exceed 100K physical units in the US during the 1H reached 275,000. Four, and it's US only. Yep, clearly stated, and US does not equal the world, but I don't have global physical data, so there's not much to do there. And there's some extra stuff there, but I thought pretty much the most interesting part of that thread was that none of the seven games reached over 275K. And we know that most likely one of them was like Resident Evil 9.
Yeah,
And
there was a list that someone posted on Reddit. They said they knew the seven, and I wish
I
I
mean,
could find it.
I'll be honest, it's really easy to predict the seven.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's,
I'm
it's
I
sure.
remember it was Resident Evil was one of them.
I
The other
think
one I
Crimson
remember was
Desert.
MLB The Show.
Yeah, MLB. That makes sense. But
Trying to
like
remember what
it
the
was
others were.
to take Resident Evil. What was the last sales? Let me check it. Actually, I should have brought this up. For Resident Evil 9 sales. Uh, it seems to be at around 7 million, at least from what I'm seeing, like 6 to 7 million. Uh, Physical is about 275K in the US. US is the biggest physical market. Let's say with all other regions, it's like, to be nice, 750K, like together with like Japan and Europe, all that. Maybe a million if we're lucky. I'm gonna say 750K. That's like, I don't know the math from there, but like it's a very small percentage of the total sales volume. That's simplest thing to point out. and it's clear, yeah, physical is very small. It is a small percentage more than it's ever been, and yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and act shocked. I am shocked by how little it is. I thought it was bigger than this, but at
Yeah,
least
me
in the
too.
US, we could tell
Mm.
it's like a pretty small percentage, all things considered. And I'm
I'm
curious, I
curious
guess,
if
just
another country would be more inclined to physical than the US because it seems like,
Japan
yeah,
is.
yeah, Japan is definitely
Yeah.
more of a collector country, especially for stuff like that. So that makes sense. So for games like Resident Evil, that is a big Japanese lead. So yeah, that
I mean,
makes sense.
that's the
But something
thing.
like MLB The Show is kind of interesting. You would think those people who only play like the sports games and whatnot would be more inclined to digital.
That's the thing is like the thing is like for one, this only is for PS5 data. Like we actually know Nintendo games sell very, very well physically. Like that is a much more even split in that regard. And at least in Japan, they saw that like Rhythm Heaven had like 500k units physical in its first week, which is very strong for a Nintendo game, especially something like Rhythm Heaven. Uh, and it's interesting when you look more into the data, and it's like, yeah, physical is still very dwindling, but like that doesn't really make what Sony's doing right. And I don't think Matt's saying that. I want to make that preface that. I will say I thought it was a little weird that he didn't say like, hey, of the 100k, nothing sold above 275k in his first post. I thought it was a little weird. He also has a little bit of a snide comment here. Commenting is cool. Use your voice and all that, but commenting is cheap. I don't know. All right, man. Let's calm
It's
down for a
more
second.
people are. It's kind. I don't know if you saw his Blue Sky post, but Imran Khan responded to him saying, "How did you become the poster child for supporting PlayStation getting rid of physical when your entire
Yeah.
job is reporting on physical?"
Oh
Mm,
yeah, no,
So
I don't blame Matt at all. I want to point that out.
yeah, he's just
That comment was
reporting.
a.
He's just reporting the
yeah.
facts.
I understand why he's annoyed. At the
Okay,
end of
here's
the day, he's
someone.
reporting the
Okay, I found the
facts.
list.
Oh, okay.
Granted, I don't think he's confirmed, but he said this is most likely as RE Requiem, Crimson Desert, MLB The Show 26, 007 First Light, Lego Batman, WWE 2K 2026, and COD Black Ops 7.
Yeah, I don't. That sounds about right.
Yeah, that seems most like.
Yeah,
But
which
it
is
is surprising because, like I said, half of these games are the COD and sports crowd, and I'm
yeah, the
kind of
sports.
surprised they're kind of hard carrying physical.
That's not, yeah. I mean, because I think it's just that there's so many copies of those games that get sold. It wouldn't be surprising if a lot of those copies were still physical, just for people like, oh, the new COD game came out. Let me go to the GameStop and pick it up. That type of thing. Like they're
Yeah,
very old fashioned in that way.
because they
But
because they
yeah,
see it as just like I'm just gonna go pick up the mic, maybe one game a year, and I'll go buy
yeah.
that.
But yeah, man, it's like here's the thing. It's not surprising how, again, like I said, it's not that surprising. It's still very surprising how low it is, but it's never really. I All physical gamers knew this, and I think people trying to argue against it or argue against Matt are really dumb. Let's just be honest. It's like, guys, he's just reporting the facts, and the facts are this is the data, and the data is tough to swallow. It's hard to look at. But at the end of the day, this is what the data is. It doesn't change the fact that Sony's decision is really dumb and really
No, it's
anti-consumer. And again, I think it's gonna really screw them when the PS6 comes out because it's like you've already taken so many shots at this point. I don't think anyone wants to buy a PS6. I'll speak for myself, dude. This was the thing for me that I'm like, yeah, I'm out. And I bet you're gonna lose a lot of people when the price is revealed. You're gonna lose a lot of people when like oh, there's no big exclusive game because well, we still need to sell games on PS5 to actually make our money back. All these little things are eventually going to add up to people being like, or Sony going like, damn, no one's buying this thing.
yeah. I mean, I agree. It's gonna. Granted, it's all the little things adding up of why I wouldn't be getting PS6. Plus the fact that the very high chance is going to be like over $1,000, as many people have said that just for them to break even, it's gonna be $1,000. Like every single console coming out in the future after the Steam
Yep.
machine is going to be $1,000 or more. So that's not surprising. And so alongside that, and as well as all the other little things, yeah, I'm done.
I have to ask Wolf because I haven't been on. I don't know if anyone else has asked. Do you even like because this is the PS5 disk drive? Do you even think that thing's gonna work on the PS6? Like, do you think you'll be able to play physical
I
games
would
I
at
have
mean,
to.
all
I would have to
on the
assume so, just
PS6?
because of backwards
I
compatibility.
have to assume, and because it seems like it. I don't have the disk drive. I don't know if it's like a simple USB. I'm like, it almost seems like it'd be more like it seems like it should be easy for that to be compatible, but I don't know at this point. And like that's bad for them for like being like, I don't know. If I'm even gonna be able to play. You know,
yeah.
like Wolf has a huge PS5 like physical collection. It's like, oh, is he gonna have to keep his PS5? Because he just can't use any of those on the PS6.
The assumption beef was Tom Henderson reported on this last year was that there was like an external disk drive thing for the PS6 being tested. Here's the thing though, those plans could have changed completely because maybe in the
Oh
last few
yeah,
months they decided to get rid of the physical option entirely. So maybe they're like, we'll just won't even ship a disk drive, which is like, I don't know what your guys' strategy is. Because here's the thing, I'll give Microsoft, I give them a lot of shit, but at least it's like they are testing out the disc to digital thing. We hear nothing about that on PlayStation side. So it tells me it's like, do you just expect people to kind of just jump ship and accept that their library is not going to carry over? And
Yep.
maybe for some people that'll be the case, but
That is
not
definitely
me.
what's going to happen. It's the 1-2 punch of, and I said this earlier, of it's the 1-2 punch, and they're giving themselves the year and a half, probably more closer to 2 years, because I don't think it's the system is coming out early 2028. But it's giving them the whole people will move on. A lot of people will move on. People will just accept it. Kind of like the whole Blu-ray situation of movies and whatnot. Like only collectors are buying those now, so they're just kind of feeling, and everyone's kind of accepted. Oh, okay, now my movies are on streaming, so that's just a lot of way people are doing it now, and I think they're just waiting for it to fizzle out in the gaming industry too. Is just because they're looking at the average consumer who buys 1, 2, 3 games a year, and they're just going to do their digital purchase. And the few people that are holding on to the physical are just going to be like, okay, this is just how everything else is now.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening because it's just like I don't think those casual people that buy 1 or 2 games a year are going to jump ship to a PS6
No,
until their like one or
yep,
two games are
that's the thing is, yeah,
exclusive.
they're not jumping to PS6.
Here's the thing, like Sony would be probably in a very good position if like, oh, GTA 6 is going to be on PS6. It took a few extra years and now it's going to be only on PS6. Millions upon millions of people would have bought a PS6 at that point, no matter the price. But it's going to be on PS5 and it's going to be supported on PS5 for years to come. So even if you do like, oh, GTA 6 on PS6, everyone's going to go, yeah, I'll just stick to my PS5 version of GTA 6. I'm more than happy with it.
Yep.
And
Or what's going to happen probably with a lot more, at least in our crowd of the non-casuals that are a little bit more serious gamers, is everyone's going to probably more jump to PC. And
yeah,
GTA 6
exactly.
getting on PC is probably going to help that.
Oh yeah, that's probably like a year out too. So yeah, it's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't get it, man. I don't get why they're doing all this and giving no real recourse. And like I've said this before, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I'm like, listen, I'll concede physical. Yeah, I'll miss the collectability of it, but like I'll live without it if there was more digital ownership. If I buy a game on your store, I should be allowed to play it whenever I want to, not worrying. But there was a PSN outage yesterday, like, or at least in the middle of the night for a while. And it's like, you guys constantly have outages way more than any of the other platforms combined. And you expect me to just fully trust my digital library to you? Like, that's the problem with PlayStation right now is they kind of expect this out of us. It's like, you guys are going to buy it anyways. It's like, at a certain point, people are going to be like, no, I'm not going to buy it anyways. I'm out on this.
I'm just curious how digital owner. I know nothing about this, but I'm curious how digital ownership can even be evolved because sure, you can tie the account that says that this person owns this title, but what happens to the account? Like things get deleted. I've even saw like a thing recently of someone's entire account got deleted because of
Yeah, the
like fake
OneDrive account.
banning. Yeah, so it's like I don't know how you do that. So that I don't know if there is, as much as we want to say we want better digital ownership, I don't know how you do that.
I mean, you're going to laugh. There is one way. NFTs, unironically.
Yeah.
Before the
Yeah,
NFTs
I'm
at their
wrong.
conceptual standpoint actually work for this type of thing because it's all about digital ownership. The problem is the chuds and the cryptocurrency bros got a hold of it and made it about monkeys and shit,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck that was. Dude, that feels like it was like 10 years ago. It was like 3
it
years ago.
really does. Yeah,
That was a time for sure.
I remember
But
that.
like
Yeah, that.
if if let's say I go to the PlayStation store and I'm like, I want to buy GTA 6. Here, you have GTA 6 100533745. That's your GTA 6. And this is your version of the game. And you can like prove if as long as you have proof of ownership of that game in some way, maybe they can email you a code, maybe they can show it's something to show. It's like you bought this game from us, you have rights over this game. Like, this is your copy of the game. Something like that. Or the DRM free capabilities of something like GOG and Steam, like they have it figured out. They understand it's like, yeah, no, this is something you own. And I understand PlayStation is a closed ecosystem, so it's a bit more difficult, but like you guys can figure it out. And listen, I hate to say it, man. We're at the point now where we have to get the government involved. Even though I don't like the government, they're the only ones that can really scare these companies. Maybe not like set up legislation, but they can scare Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo into going like, oh shit, like we should actually do something about this so that we don't have to deal with like government overhead anymore.
It's the kind of thing you'd expect maybe like Europe or California, like someone like that to like kind of get the
Yeah.
ball rolling, but who knows? 'Cause, yeah, I'm like I don't expect them to, at least Sony, especially with the way they've just more like been silent. I don't expect them to come back and be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Here's how we're improving your ownership over these things."
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's just one of those things where it's like we can hope they figure something out. I don't have faith in it. And
No.
you know what? I had a good run with PlayStation, but at this point, it's like if you want like own, if you want to be, because we're going into a digital age, digital games. If you want the best place for that, it's PC. Like it just is. Like they have by far the most competition. It's an open platform, DRM free, and something like GOG. And Steam is much better steward of our digital libraries than PlayStation ever will be. Yeah, I have zero reason to believe that like Steam isn't the best place to carry over your digital library from here on out. It just sucks, man, because it's like, damn, dude, I really did care about PlayStation a lot, but now I'm like, they're dead to me.
Yeah, you know, it was. I thought of this the other day, and I'm just like, isn't it wild? Like Wolf's two most favorite things in the world are GTA and PlayStation, and now they're the things killing his other interest of physical games.
It is tough, man. It's just like, wow, you guys screwed me more than all of the other ones.
But
When friendship
GTA
ended with
still
PlayStation.
Like you
kind
got to
I
assume the PlayStation and GTA thing was like coerced to work together to be
Oh,
at the same
I
time.
I fully believe that like PlayStation tipped Rockstar off of like, hey, you might not want to print discs because we're doing this. It was just that
I
really brute. You know what it was, dude? It was the 1-2 punch. It was just the next week of like, God
It
damn it,
was
like immediately. Before you gonna say?
the fact they were within a week of each other is crazy.
I'll say like yeah, I almost forgot like about that GTA news because I was gonna go digital, but I'm like it is still kind of wild to think that like
And
yeah that seemed like out of nowhere, and then this right after it is like yeah it's like this is a huge U-turn to like just put on people, especially the hardcore crowd who does buy all this
exactly.
stuff.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's already starting to feel dwindling. Like a lot of the I don't want to say support, but like a lot of the people fighting against it is just starting to dwindle more and more of people just
Well,
like you see the replies to PlayStation. It's like, well, they're starting to beat the ratios now. Like when
mhm.
speaking of Marvel Tokon, when they revealed the Cyclops, I think it was Cyclops, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like they revealed Cyclops, which he looks cool. That's a good DLC to have. They showed him up and it was like I think 5.6k comments to 5.9k likes, and it's like, damn, the Marvel Tokon posts are starting to beat out the ratios. Like less and less people are commenting. And like you look in the replies, it's like it's still a bloodbath for Sony. But man, I don't know, man. I don't think they're gonna reverse the decision. I think they already crunched the numbers and they already understand it's like, yeah, we're gonna shed a lot of people, but like we'll still maybe make more money. But again, maybe they'll make more money in the short term. They're not gonna make money when the PS6 comes out and nobody fucking buys it. That's all I'm gonna say.
And it is kind of
But yeah.
it's both sad and realistic that the most likely reason people are not going to buy the PS6 is just because the economy's in the trash and it's over
Oh
$1,000
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of the whole
That's
digital
that's the
thing.
real reason.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like say it's like yeah, us physical gamers we won because nobody bought a PS6. It's like no, nobody bought a PS6 because it's like $1,000. Let's
Mhm.
be real here.
I will say
But yeah.
they seem to be more fighting for it in the YouTube comments because I went to go watch some trailers of some indies that PlayStation put up and all of the comments were about that, like nothing about the
Oh yeah.
actual game.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's
again,
not
just like
dwindling on
get
the
your
YouTube
voice.
side.
Yeah, I don't blame them at all. Like, let's get our voices out there, but I just don't really view them as reversing it because
No.
clearly they thought about this. Speaking of the big guys, next one is Xbox with some actually really good, cool news. Xbox reveals backwards compatibility on PC. Play more of the games you love wherever you play with Xbox backwards compatibility. Today, we're introducing Xbox Back Compat on PC, making it easier to play classic Xbox games from the past across PC and handhelds, including the ROG, Xbox Ally, and Xbox Ally X. Your library is more than just a collection of games. It is your personal history of epic stories and treasured memories from the past. And as players, we don't want to leave our gaming legacy behind, even as technology continues to evolve and advance. We expect our library of games to move forward with us and be able to play them in entirely new ways. Rolling out today, Xbox Back Compat on PC launches in early release, starting with 4 classic original Xbox games now playable on PC and handhelds for the first time ever. This marks the beginning of a broader effort to preserve Xbox games from the past and bring them to PC over time. And we are not just enabling you to play them on PC, we are also adding new features to make your gaming experience better than ever. And the first 4 games are Blinks the Time Sweeper because some reason Navi thinks that game is good. That game fucking sucks. Conquer Live and Reloaded, Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge, and Fusion Frenzy. Each of these games is now available for purchase on PC and also included with Xbox Game Pass plans. And I think it's in the article itself. Oh yeah, here we go. We plan to add even more features to Back Compat in the future. I'm excited to share later this year. We will bring you one of the top fan requested feature to select original Xbox games on both console and PC. Achievements. The first 4 games released in preview today will be updated to include achievements in the coming months. Really cool, man. I think it's awesome to have these games be preserved in a big way, especially on PC. I think even Xbox understands is like, yeah, no, like that type of thing is really important. So have some legal preservation, without needing to pirate these games or emulate them is really neat. And I think I just playing original Xbox games on PC is going to be really awesome in general. I Beef, we were talking about is the first 4 games are very interesting because it's like,
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I was like, all that sounds so good, and then the first 4 games are hilarious to like show
yeah,
off with.
because it's like, oh, I'm surprised they did just. I mean, I understand why not Halo because you're about to sell Halo, but like Fusion Frenzy is a very funny game to choose.
I know. And I say that I love Fusion Frenzy. I played the shit out of that. I kind of get it because I don't know if they mentioned this. I don't think any of these 4 games like ever officially were ported. So in a way, it's like, yeah, these are like the first time you can play them. I mean, you could have used other emulators, but
Mhm.
yeah, like these like and that's why I think I'm mostly looking for this because I've played most of this library. I don't have too
Yeah.
much of an interest personally in this. I'm curious about like the people like work with like emulators and now like have like an official in quotes emulator to like kind of dig into. So
Yeah.
that's another interesting. And if, I will of course take like some retro treatments in the future. So I'm
Retro
glad
treatments
that
are awesome.
I'm glad in some way they come back like as I think this was in the rumors, but I don't know how much if I ever like believe they do the work, but
Same.
it is nice when they do this. It's also weird to kind of call it back compat because it's like that's so much of a console term, but it is
Mhm.
interesting. Like, yeah, see it expand, I guess, to the PC side.
Yeah, I think it's overall W. I'm interested in checking out some of this stuff. I hope they add KOTOR because like that's a game that's like the only other
Yeah,
version is on Switch, which I guess I could play that version, but I'm like, I kind of want to just a version on PC would be neat. But yeah, it's nice to just have these games on PC, and I assume 360 is also going to be added in a big way in
yeah,
the future too. So yeah, great,
and I
good to work on the pipeline. That's a big thing.
yeah, and I think the most what I will maybe get interested in is if I because right now I just have my Steam Deck, but like a Windows handheld is kind of where I'm like, okay, now this
Mhm.
is interesting because that is much more complicated to get like even an Xbox or 360 like
Yeah.
emulator working on that's where I'm like, okay, now I will maybe actually play this because yeah, I would like to play some of that library. I need to
100%.
even look. I'm like, what is the games I'm looking forward to? Like you, I've actually never finished Kodo, so that is one. But yeah, stuff like that I'm interested in seeing what they add.
Dude, have you played Blinks?
No,
It's
I have not.
really bad.
I have no idea. I don't even. I'm like, is it? It's a platformer, right? Kind of. I think. I don't
It's
even
like
really
a
know what it is.
platformer, but if it was bad,
I'm sure. Yeah.
it's just very weird, and I'm not into it at all.
It's a weird thing that become a meme. I know it's become a meme. Like this is the weirdest thing that this is a meme.
Hmm I think it's because Navi unironically likes that. I'm like, oh, Okay, man.
As I say, I think I have all these. I'm like, I mean, Conker's good. It's a weird version of Conker. I feel like Crimson Sky is like the one where like that's like
I
actually a good game, and the rest are like this is just funny.
I hope with Conquer is like you can actually play the multiplayer. That'd be awesome.
Oh,
That
I
might
think
be a
I
thing.
did play that. That would be interesting. Hmm.
Yeah.
Now I need to get my PC out and try that out. That is cool.
Moving to our next story, staying in the Xbox realm. Xbox
All right. Well,
Insiders
I'm gonna
today
head
were.
out though.
Oh, okay, yeah. Moon, you had to stay just for 1 hour. Appreciate you coming by, though. Good to hear about Marvel Tokon and Splatoon Raiders. Hope you have a good one, man.
Yeah, see ya. But yeah, well, I'll get more on next week maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
See you later, man.
see ya.
Oh wait,
All right, Beef, it's
I'm the
just you and me now.
I'm the streaming expert and I actually use this shit. We'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, for the cloud.
Yeah.
Well, Beef, it's just you and me now. Got some interesting news stories, though. First and foremost, this as I was talking about right here, Xbox Insiders today we're starting to test an ad-supported way to stream select games from your library for a limited time, available to Xbox Insiders. During this test period, Xbox Insiders with an Xbox account will be able to stream games they own for free. With ads, players will have 1 hour session limits across supported devices and regions. I left for a second there, Beef, because I keep forgetting they have to fully capitalize Xbox. So I
Oh
was just
god. Yeah.
seeing it in a sense. I'm like, why did you guys do this? This looks terrible. But hey, you know what? Shoutouts. Yeah, but it seems like this is effectively ad support. I thought
Yeah.
this kind of added to a conversation that I remember us having a long time ago. I think you were on it, Beef, about like pricing in video games, and I think one of our big things
Mm.
was like, oh, what's the next way to nickel and dime us? And we all kind of agreed it would be ads. And I feel like this is the start of like I don't like the way this starts. This is a very slippery
Mm.
slope, and I get the thing of like, oh, you get to play the game for free, you just watch ads. But even then, I'm like, okay, when does it start becoming? Oh, you get a trial of the game, but with ads, and you get this and that, and like, when does it like I'm playing Death Stranding 3 and there's an ad every
Yeah.
15 minutes? I'm like, God damn it, dude, can I just play?
You'll have to be forced to drink like the Monster Energy drink from the first one instead of it just being there awkwardly. Uh, I so and it's also weird because it's not even like free. You still have to buy the game, which is where I'm like, I'm almost can't be too like I'm almost more just confused on this. Like I know this is something I've been hearing about for a while. That I'm like, I don't know how much this is gonna even be used because it's like
Yeah.
I have to own the game, but I don't because right now it's like the only way to use Cloud I think is Game Pass Ultimate. So it's like okay, but I don't have Ultimate, but I still want to stream. I don't know how much I even like worry about this becoming a big thing or like predominant, but yeah, I know. Like
Hmm.
I've mostly have seen people like joke. It's like man, and it's all the things. It's like yeah, maybe in the last Dark Souls fight, and then 2 minute unskip ride come. I just got to sit there and wait before getting
Yeah.
clobbered, or I'm gonna be playing any sports game, and yeah, 2 minute ads pop up. So it's a weird thing to get into. Yeah, like
It's one of those
I'm
like
like
weird like I'm worried about just from like what it could lead to, but like right
yeah.
here, this isn't that big of a deal, I guess.
No, I think because I think GeForce Now had like a similar option like this, where it was like an ad supported uh
Hmm.
like tier. I don't even know. I don't think they still do, but I think they did at one point. So yeah, I'm like, this is fine. Yeah, but I'm like with everyone else, it's like because we've seen it too. I'm sure I think there's been like multiple patents for like how to get more ads in video games, and it hasn't really come to that yet, but almost kind of surprising in some ways that it hasn't yet.
Yeah.
Maybe they because similar. We go back to Sony. It's like they will definitely. This is something I'm surprised. Yeah, like companies haven't like tried to and just been like, well, just deal with it. But
Hmm.
hopefully not, because yeah, this is like something actually like get even more in the way. Maybe that's why they haven't. And yeah, that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
thinking like I wouldn't do it. I don't know how many people will, and that's why like maybe it won't become too much of a thing because it is just too intrusive.
Exactly. We will see. It's an insiders thing now, so they haven't really rolled it out like in a big
I
way
don't,
yet. So
I don't know if I'm like somewhat of an insider. I don't even know what tier. And then there's tiers. I never know. I never
are you
know.
just like selected at random or what?
No, you have to sign up, and I did this
Oh, okay.
years ago. Like I think it was even like in the Xbox One. I don't remember. Maybe it was like there was probably some feature that got me to be like, oh, you know what it was? I think it was the Discord integration. I think when they
Yeah,
integrate
probably.
Discord, they were like, "Oh, this is first for
That was
Xbox
a big deal.
Insiders," and that's when I was like, "Oh, well, yeah," because it's literally like you download on the Xbox like an app and you sign up. So I think yeah, that's when I was like, "Well, shit, yes, I would try that. That's much easier to deal with." And now I'm
Play
just
on
in
console
one.
without needing to get your PC on and everything.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
So yeah. So
I
in theory, I could
it's
test. Maybe I will test it for us. I don't know how. I guess I would just make a new
uh,
account. 'Cause, yeah, again, you have to own the game. I don't know. I'll think about it and yeah,
it's a
try
whole
it out.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be
I
very
think you
specific.
can play it through Game Pass. I think that's like the big thing around it, but who
Hmm.
knows? Moving on to our next story, Tomb Raider Catalyst is getting a delay, now releasing in 2028. It was originally 2027. It kind of coincides with the last release date, or the release date's kind of being pushed up a year for both of the Tomb Raider games now. So
Hmm.
the remake is in 2027, and now the new one is 2028. Um, Unfortunate, but I'll be honest, I'm not too surprised. What is sucky though, Jack was talking about this with me. We're kind of in necessity that 2027 has to be the best year in gaming ever
Yeah,
because that's
so
the
yeah,
last
so
year for physical games.
pretty
So
much
it's
is.
like I beef the big one for me. Then I'm like, because right now the rumor is that it's 2027 and like very heavily substantiated rumor that it's 2027. I really hope Persona 6 hits 2027. Like,
Oh,
that's like the big one where I'm like, I need a physical Persona 6. And like I'll live, but I'll be so deeply depressed if I don't have that game physically.
few games, yeah, like that one. Like I got the physical because again, I'm mostly digital, but I do have good physical collection still. There was a few games like that where I'm like,
Yeah, it's
it
important.
might ironically now become the time where I get the more physical games than I have in a while, just because I'm like, well, I
Might
gotta
as
pick this
well.
up. So yeah, like so I'm with you. That would be one. I feel like that is like one that, like we said, because Japan's big on it. That would be like a big one for physical, especially like we are. I'm honestly because he does have well. I have like am always like this close to him, like Persona collector's
Yeah.
editions, so stuff like that. One like yes, give it me. So we yeah, there's a few games where I'm with even when I'm as a most digital, I'm with you. I'm like yeah, please yeah, next year would be good. Yeah,
Mhm.
unfortunately, I think I was gonna say I think you have similar. I don't think either of us, unfortunately, too into the Tomb Raider franchise, so
I
it's
yeah,
not too
it's all
big.
right for me.
It's not
I
too
played
big.
the reboot. I've had Rise of the Tomb Raider installed on my PS, like my PlayStation, like 4 and then my 5 since like 2019. Like
Mhm.
I'm like I should probably play this eventually because I know people really love it, but for some reason I'm like I don't know. I'll get to it later. I like
It is.
2013. Like I thought it was a good game, but I
Yeah.
wasn't like
It
obsessed with it.
it is weird. I think that this is just like how much I've been used to like the gaming space. It's been 10 years. It's going to be now 10 years between new ones. I'm like, it just does not feel like it's been that long since a new Tomb Raider has come out. But maybe
Mhm.
that's just where I'm at. And I'm like, yeah. I I mean, yeah, I'm not too bothered. It's more, it's like I don't even know how much. I don't think we've even seen much of it. So it's like more. It's like yeah, take your time. In normal circumstances, I think yeah, take your time. But it is one of those things where it's like oh, but now we'll probably lose out on the physical of it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hopefully, I was gonna say hopefully they find a way to print physical discs. They can't, but hopefully some way we get physical
If it
discs at
comes
some
to
point.
Switch 2, may I don't know if it's
Yeah,
supposed to. That
I
would be the
think
one
I
thing.
think those were revealed for Switch 2. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game. I wouldn't be surprised if those come to Switch 2. That's
It
actually a
could
good
come.
shout.
As I say, like even if it doesn't come at launch later, I could definitely see it coming.
Hmm. Let's talk about our last of the major stories. Genki has this is a interesting headline, something I thought would lead to an interesting discussion. Miyamoto says that Star Fox and Yoshi and the mysterious book happened because of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Quote, I don't decide everything about the lineup, but we did discuss that we have an idea to include Fox in the script of the movie for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So we definitely wanted a new Star Fox game. Sometimes things get decided after we discuss them. We started working on the first Mario movie and Princess Peach Showtime around the same time, and we talked about things like if we have this game, shouldn't Peach be more energetic in the movie too? It was decided early on that Yoshi would appear in the Galaxy movie, so we decided to make a Yoshi game. And that's how Yoshi and the development of Yoshi and the Mysterious Book began. It's a case by case situation, but I think we'll continue to maintain a good relationship between games and other developments. Now, I'm gonna call a little bit of BS. He says it's like, oh, we decided to make the Yoshi game because of the movie. No, you were gonna make a Yoshi
like,
game anyways.
Yeah, it's like they've consistently. Now I can't remember exactly how long it's been since the last one, but I was like, that's not
Yeah, it was like
that
Crafting World in
franchise has been
2019, but
a
like,
friend. I was like,
I don't
they've
think you're
been making
abandoning
them.
it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think Star Fox is the more interesting one. I think this one I
Mhm.
do think has a more we can lend more credence to. And I'm this is something I'm a little worried about, Beef. Of I don't want Nintendo's franchises to effectively be beholden to what appears in the movies. And maybe this is just a like simple coincidence where like they were already thinking about Star Fox and this accelerated the development of it. But I hope that it's not a case of like these games are so tied to the movies now that they effectively become, oh, it has to release right next to the movie, and maybe development kind of gets shifted because of that. Am I overreacting? Is this just one of those things where it's like, listen, this is more of a coincidence if anything, and I think Miyamoto's kind of trying to spin it in a weird way.
I don't think so because it is almost weird how like close these two came
Yeah.
out. Like that is odd. And in some ways, there's like the other thing about Star Fox, which is like it almost like they say that when it's so weird that he's even in a Mario Galaxy movie, it's
Yeah.
which is so weird. It's like it almost feels like the reverse. Where I would expect them to have shoved him in that because they're making a game, but I know I'm like I'm
Mhm.
not. I don't know. It's so hard because obviously, like Nintendo's like just starting to get into this movie thing, and yeah, like, and they've already so quickly jumped into now we have Fox and Yoshi coming in, and we know that Zelda movie's coming out. Where it's like, yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I
Probably
think
based off Ocarina of Time. And we have that
yeah,
remake coming out. And it's like,
I need to look up when
interesting.
that movie come. I was like, when does that movie come out now? I can't
It's like
remember.
next March or May, somewhere around that range.
Hmm.
I think it was a kind of funny question for the
I
World
know.
Game Show, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I
I do
saw it.
not know.
Oh no,
But
I was like, that is not my knowledge. Um, I don't
it's
think
tough.
it will, but it's almost weird because then like every I think we've talked about this with like the Fallout show and that stuff. It's like
Yeah,
it's way too hard to line the stuff up, but then like but Nintendo actually kind of can, and we don't
exactly.
expect them to because it's Nintendo. But now Miyamoto's kind of saying, yeah, we can do that, and there's like in
I wouldn't
some ways we are doing it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a thing of like, hey, if we can get these out next to each other, that'd be nice. But it's not like a
Yeah,
mandate.
which
We're like,
is yeah,
oh, Velen, you're not done with Star Fox yet? Ah, just throw it out there. But more
yeah,
close to, oh, you're not done? That's fine. We can wait.
yeah, which is like would be better. It's
I
also
think
and
that's
like
best case.
and it's like that's what I mean. It's like it kind of maybe it does make sense because yeah, like that's why it's Storm Fox is like the fourth remake again. It's like oh well, maybe they did just want to do that and to get out fast, which isn't like the best thing. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That
I
said,
don't
you know what this means though, Beef?
what
I gotta go up to Illumination. I gotta pray. I'm like, yo, listen. You should give Little Mac a big role in the next Mario Galaxy movie. That's all I'm saying. Or the Mario movie. Like Mario movie 3, I want Little Mac to be like a major player. That's all I'm asking for because I need that new Punch Out game.
yeah. Hey, look, there couldn't be positives about that. We saw the Pikmin in the movie, and I
Yeah?
honestly I only like 4, really, mostly because I've got even gone to, like, try 3 yet, but I'm like, I am now, like weirdly, if a Pikmin 5 gets announced, it will so jump up the list that there's, like, stuff like that one, like, it's probably bad, but also, yeah, I kinda would like. some
It's that
franchises.
thing of like this could be bad, but like I trust Nintendo with this
Yeah.
approach way more than like Sony and
Well,
Microsoft.
also because it's like if like yeah, it's like okay, maybe this is your excuse, but Nintendo just makes in general at least a good game, so it's like okay, at
Mhm.
least it's like I'm not gonna get
I'm not gonna get rushed
something.
out slop
Nothing is gonna be crapped out because yeah, they're like well we have
unless
the
it's a Mario
time.
sports game. Then it's like wait, or a Pokemon.
Yeah,
But hey, Winds and Waves looks kind of good. That's all I'll say.
I know, yeah.
But yeah, I
So
don't know.
we'll see. I'm more
It's one of those.
worried.
It's easy to be pessimistic about it, but I think it's fair to also be like, you know what, this is not really a big deal in the big grand
Yeah,
scheme of things.
it's weird that Miyamoto says it, but
Yeah,
I'm like I can't be too worried yet. We'll see where this goes.
dude,
I am
Miyamoto
very
loves movies.
curious.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
He's
I'm
like,
also
yo, this
very.
is the best thing we've ever done.
Do we know? Did they say anything about like a Star Fox movie yet, or have people just kind of been like
I th- it's just
now wanting it?
speculation. I doubt it happens, but it'd be cool. I feel like Star Fox is more fit to like a TV show than a movie.
Oh,
I think
I would
they're
agree with
A and
that.
S.
Yeah,
Their A and S tier franchises are going to be the movies, while they're like smaller IP will probably be more relegated to like streaming service TV shows like Star Fox, Pikmin, stuff like that.
yeah, because
They still
I'm
have that
sure.
they have that internal studio uh that did that like Pikmin short. Like it's
Oh
something like
yeah,
that where I'm like, yeah, clearly they're going to have like pump out a lot more stuff in general, which I think is exciting. Even
and
if the Mario
also
Galaxy movie was like mediocre at best.
yeah,
But that I blame that more on Illumination, if I'm being honest.
yeah.
Let's move into our reviews of the week. We got two here. We already talked about it a bit. I might as well start with it actually. Splatoon Raiders sitting at an 83. 9 out of 10 from IGN, 4 out of 5 from Eurogamer, 8 out of 10 from GameSpot, 3.5 out of 5 from Giant Bomb. People are really high on this game. I say that it's an 83. I guess that is high. Critics are kind of
That
haters nowadays. I've noticed
it's
that.
it's basic. I think it's in line. Like I find Splatoon. It's pretty much in line. I think it's
Yeah,
actually a
it's like
little
the same
higher than
score.
3, but they all get like about this.
Yeah, it's weird because I feel like by the third one, it's like I think you guys understand what Splatoon is now.
Mhm.
And I still see it's just like, man, where's the team death or where's gun game stuff like that. But even that, it seems like this one is doing very well in line with all the other Splatoon games. Looks awesome, as I said. I'm just not a Splatoon guy. Not for like, oh, I don't like the games. I just haven't played them. So I would like to get around to playing those games and check out Splatoon Raiders eventually because it looks really fun, and Moon
Yeah.
seems to be very high on it.
Yeah, and as someone who's big into Splatoon, I will get to it. And I'm
Nice.
glad because I mean I'm like as with a lot of things into the multiplayer. And I'm like I like the single player, and there's some people like I think who really like the single player. I'm like that is a little crazy to me, but hearing it's not just here's like a campaign and we couldn't do the multiplayer. It's
Hmm.
more okay. We're doing something a little different. I'm like, okay, that's got me interested. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be checking it here soon. Now that I'm like back to having some gaming time.
And the other review is Halo Campaign Evolved, your beloved beef,
Correct.
sitting at an 83 on OpenCritic, 4 out of 5 from Eurogamer, 7 out of 10 from IGN, 70 out of 100 from PC Gamer, 4 out of 5 from Hardcore Gamer. Seems like people are positive on this game. uh, what I
Mhm.
missed here with all the outlets called Xbox giving it a 9 or above. But but to be serious for a second, I mean, like, it seems like people are into it. I've seen a lot of Halo purists be pretty
Oh
like
yeah.
mixed on it to being outright negative. I don't know what to think myself because I'm like it's Halo One again. I can't really.
Mhm.
I think Halo One's awesome. I really like that game, but I don't need to play it again. So I'm
I
curious
know.
what you're thinking, Beef, as
The
more of like
only
a Halo fanboy.
I know I'm not pure. Well, I'll get into that. So the only reason I'm like
Mm,
because I'm like you. A remake I could take or leave. It's really depends. Like I think I like Black Flag. I'm not playing that. They have interest in Gears of War's remake much, but Halo because the one thing is, I think it does kind of look interesting, like how
yeah.
much they've like decided like go into it with the like change an engine, and they were like, all right, here's new missions. And I saw a space mission, and me, I was like, okay, that's enough. And I can play it most of the time Game Pass still, so I was like, okay, that's not big ask. On the like pure side, yeah, I'm so weird. Like, well, I don't even think I'm weird. I think I'm almost too normal about it. Where it's like, yeah, it's like I would not nitpick. Like, I've seen people get on the Persona 3 remake. I'm like, guys, this is my favorite game of all time, and
Oh my
I
god.
and I would not like, and like, even I'm not like gonna be like, the atmosphere is weird in this spot, and this line is changed and stuff. I'm like, guys, I need you to calm down a little bit. The original
Yeah.
is still there.
People that one really frustrates me because it's like the original game is still playable, guys. Like
Yeah,
it didn't they didn't like delist it.
like
It's my thing with like
the most
Ocarina
I
of Time
can.
remake. My
Mm,
argument with Ocarina of Time remake has always been, and I understand like a lot of the qualms about it, but I've always said it's like original's still there. They're not delisting it. It's still on
yeah.
NSO and everything. But sorry, I interrupted you. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say the most I can agree with is people like, but now there's no definitive version of Persona 3.
Yeah,
Still, that would just have
yeah,
a
that's dumb.
third, and I'm such a fan that at this point I'm kind of like hell yeah at the idea that I'm like if people like which like oh should I play the portable for the female or no one even says the everyone says the original, they mean like even the Fez the
FES.
update yeah, and then it's like oh remake, I'm like yeah just play at all of them. I've played now all of them,
It,
so it's like
it's still crazy to me that's like this is so off topic, but like the $20 DLC for the Fez content, I'm like, what?
it's very
Why?
weird.
But
And
yeah,
it's
anyways.
still and it didn't fix. Well, I'm like I'm only like I play. I'm like I'm slightly more positive than I was on like the. It's because it plays better, but I'm still like guys, this is like 20 hours of a game, but in the
Yeah, nobody
story that
really
I'm kind
likes
of
it.
here for, there's like 45 minutes of story, and I'm like, I get, and like, I'm again maybe a little weird. I'm like, I don't think this story stuff is bad. I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like I mostly am like I just like the idea of the story instead of what the story actually is. Like this we had added on. Yeah, so going back to Halo, like yeah, I mean,
Mhm. I'll be for you there.
I like enjoy that big
I'll be
quoted lines.
your voice cut out for a second. What were you saying?
Oh, going back to okay, yeah. Going back to Halo, where it's like
Yeah.
I've seen stuff where it's like, yeah, like, oh, why did they take out like this one like line that I thought was kind of cool and quotable and was stuff like that. So
There's
I
been
know,
some new
like,
prequel missions that seem like people are either really into or really like whatever on.
okay, I'm interested. That's why I'm interested in seeing, but
Yeah.
I know. It would also again, this is probably even like the hardest one because literally the Master Chief Collection is like on Xbox and PC. So like you literally do have like a pretty much one-to-one version of the original still. I think you can even play the original
Yeah, you
backwards
could just play the
compatible.
straight up original. Like
Yeah, some
even through Master Chief Collection if you press like the minus button.
so I can't be too I mostly just here, yeah, see how it like kind of looks. It's so weird that Halo is now like there used to literally be the Unreal shooter series, and now Halo is like the Unreal shooter series.
It's
So
so funny.
it's
Yeah, I
weird.
don't know. I'm so weird on Halo right now. I'm just like
Hmm.
I don't have a lot of faith in Halo Studios and what
Mm.
they're doing with the IP. Um, I've seen some people go like, like the prequel missions show a great light, but then it's like I hear Rebs Gaming's reports about like, oh, they don't have anything in development right now. They're struggling with this and studio mismanagement. I'm like, I was talking about this last week, but beef, where I'm just like, it can't be that hard to make Halo. Like it's like with GTA or like Sky or like Elder Scrolls. I'm like, yeah, I kind of get why those took so long. Fair enough. Like you see what those games are and what they're trying to do. I get it. Halo's not that hard because you have the
No.
shooting down. Everyone always said, like, I mean, Beef, you could speak for me. It's like people like the shooting in the 343 games.
Oh
It's
yeah.
never been about that. So it's
Mhm.
like just have Master Chief come in, say a couple one-liners, shoot some dudes, have a lot of multiplayer playlists. Like, I don't know. I feel like I could map out a pretty simple
Mhm.
roadmap of like how to make Halo cool, but
Yeah.
it's just, I guess it's just too many cooks in the kitchen, so much
I think so.
management.
I was about to say, like, it really needed at some point, like it's God of War style, like break,
Yeah,
come back as like a big reboot with like,
people thought Infinite was gonna be that,
which
and like it
yeah,
was kind
it
of
kind of yeah.
at launch especially, but like over time, I was like, damn, there's like no content.
I know. I was gonna
People
say, I was like,
realizing pretty
because
quickly.
it's weird. I like the campaign. I haven't gone back to it, which might be saying something, but
Hmm.
I guess I haven't replayed a lot of games in life recently, but I was like, yeah, I was like, I still like it, but it was like mostly just the live show stuff with like
Yeah,
this, I was like, okay, they just weren't ready to do it. So I
exactly.
know. I would
Slipstream is an
not be.
engine.
I think we'll like because yeah, nothing does come out for a while except probably I assume a 2 remake. Then I'll be like, it's weird that it's like it's taking that long, but yeah. For now,
Yeah,
I will just be like, okay, we've got at least good. I wish it was even better. Apparently, like I've also seen some stuff about tech issues. Where I'm like, I wish it was
yeah, some
even
weird like
better. But
anti-aliasing, like
yeah,
glitches, stuff like that. It's weird. I hey, who knows? It's coming out soon on PlayStation too, which is very funny.
which is
People are
also
gonna,
yeah, you forget about yeah.
which people are gonna be able to hold. Oh God, I don't know the buttons for Halo.
Oh
What's the grenade
God,
button? It's
that
like L1 for grenade.
it's L2
That's
actually. It's this. There was no
L2.
aiming. You just pressed L2 and threw a
Oh
grenade.
yeah, yeah. Well, I think this one they're adding ADS.
As I say,
That
I'm
was like a
sure
big
it's
thing.
not gonna be the original control scheme.
Yeah, you're gonna press
That's
the
gonna
triangle button to
That's
switch
gonna be
weapons.
yeah.
It's
I
like
was gonna say
what?
that's gonna be the weird thing is I have to play with. I'm sorry. I also don't prefer the symmetrical sticks, and I gotta play like that when it's like it was
Mhm.
made for the like off sticks. I was like, there's so much about this one. Like it's
It's
like
interesting. I think it's kind of interesting. That's one of those things I was talking with Future about. I'm like, yeah, I would like to own a physical like PS5 copy. Though this is also one of those games that is not fully on the disc. Shocker,
yeah.
because
I
Microsoft's never
wish
really been about that.
I wish it was coming to Switch. I assume it probably will
Oh,
at some
Switch.
point.
Yeah, I
Switch to
imagine.
that would
Eh,
be for some reason that kind of be like not even just the case, but like even on my like the icon of my Switch, just Master
Yeah,
Chief would be like hell yeah.
I know UE5 is working on
Which
Switch
is
too. So
oh it is? Oh, okay. Good.
yeah, it's a thing. Oblivion remake's coming.
Well, I more meant
So
like how is it good enough on
I
Switch?
I don't know. There's other UE5 games on Switch too. I can look those up. But first, Beef, I do want to do one thing, which is the
Mm,
Circana. I mentioned them earlier, but they released also their top 10 best-selling games for the month of which one is it? June.
yeah, yeah.
So last month. I got the top 10 right here. I'm really annoyed, Beef, because they don't do top 20s anymore. So it's not nearly as fun.
Oh.
They don't do top 20, and they include digital sales projections for companies that don't disclose their digital data, like Nintendo, which is
Mhm.
like that's nice, but it's also that's kind of lame from a I like having like the true data, like this is
Yeah, I
1000% facts. But also it's like, yeah, I guess like you do gotta point out for Nintendo where Nintendo games were always like looking like they underperformed just because they didn't include the digital sales data.
mhm.
Whose fault is
You
that?
know. Ah,
But yeah, I got the top 10 here, Beef. If you want to try predicting it, it's an interesting list here.
okay. Now I'm like when did because Forza did come out in June, right?
Uh,
Forza
it
Horizon
did no.
6.
Forza was May, but it is on the list. It's at number 7.
Okay. I thought so. What else did come out? I need to go look. I'm trying to think of like even the usual suspects that would be.
Oh, you can't look it up, by the way. I don't start looking up the release calendar
I'm more meant like look up like the what's like the normal
in
stuff
your
because
mind
I'm like,
palace.
is GTA on there? Is like Call of Duty on there still?
No
Like even
GTA, no Call of Duty.
Minecraft maybe still?
Minecraft's on the list, yes.
Okay. Got it. This is also the US, so it's probably like NBA and
NBA is on the list, number 10.
oh and
Yep.
MLB was the other one I was thinking of because
MLB,
you mentioned
number 8.
yeah.
Yeah, you got all the sports games. There's
I
no
don't know. Okay.
Madden. Oh, actually, there's one more sports game. There's one more. I forgot.
It's not Madden. Oh no, NCAA football didn't come out till after. Okay, I don't know that the sports game
It's
then.
it's not. It's not really like a traditional sport. I'll tell you that.
Okay, I have to think then.
It's not a
What else?
ball.
That's not helping.
Yeah, no. I'm
Because
sorry.
I'm like, I'm like, I would think racing, but I would only think Forza.
I'll tell you, I don't think you're gonna get it because I
Okay,
forgot
yeah.
this came out last month. It might be worth going for the other games, honestly.
And I was like, with that, I'm like Switch. I was like, what did Nintendo release?
Oh yeah,
Was Star Fox? Was Star Fox
Star
last
Fox is
month?
on the list. Yep, it was
Okay.
last month, number 4.
How many do
Really
I have?
good
Like
game, man.
half?
What's up?
I mean, I was like, do I? That's like half of
I
them.
think
I
you have
think
over
I've
half
done.
at this point.
Okay, but I might be tapped out. I'm like, what else is there?
And let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're missing 5 games. So yeah, straight up half.
I might be tapped.
You got more Nintendo
Uh,
stuff.
there is more Nintendo. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Is it not on here? Oh, that's okay. I see now.
I'm like, what was the other popular Nintendo games this year? I keep wanting to say a Pokemon. Yeah, like, but I'm like, I don't think
No
what that
Pokemon made it.
okay, I was like, what the I was like, is Pokopia I don't think Pokopia was still on the list.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I just found an answer to our UE5 engine or the UE5 on Switch 2. Beef, we're both dumb. I'm surprised we didn't think of it. Fortnite. It's like, oh
Oh
yeah.
god, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Fortnite,
should
and
know.
then
I
Split
should know. I think
Fiction,
I have that.
Chronos. There's other games. I think,
Mhm.
yeah. So a
Because
few games.
I keep thinking of Expedition, but I know it's still not
Yeah,
on
that's
there.
still not on there. But yeah, I mean, you got like 5 more games. You want me to get you some hints now? Or you tapped out.
Yeah,
So you're missing another Nintendo game. Came out this year.
I know. I said stuff. I'm like, no,
It released
something.
after Pocopia and before Star Fox.
I know. Because now again, you made me think about that freaking Mario sports game. But I'm like, no,
No,
I did
no, no,
not.
no.
No one bought it. I'm like, what's the intended release?
Fuck that game, man. It came out in April.
It's not Rhythm. I would be shocked if it's Rhythm
No,
Heaven.
it's not Rhythm Heaven. Rhythm Heaven came out
Okay.
in July. It wouldn't make it on here.
Oh, that too. Yeah. Okay. I was like, that would be insane. If I'll be curious for July, but that'd be insane if Rhythm Heaven pulled that.
It's an April video game.
The only okay, what else did they? It's more. I'm down. Like, what else did they release this year? Sure. Yeah, I wish it damn. I'm pretty sure my Switch 2 was packed
Okay.
away.
If you want to move away from that, I mean, here's the thing. I'll give you this. There's 2 May games on here, and 2 big ones.
Oh, I know. Okay, that does help. I remember. It's Lego Batman. I remember Lego
Yep,
Batman.
Lego
I
Batman
played
number
it.
5.
Oh,
Really surprised at how
we.
it's still hanging on.
I was gonna say, wait, is it still 007? Yeah,
Yeah,
007.
007 number 3.
Okay, I played those both of me. That's the only reason I can know. That's good. That is good for both of them.
Yeah,
I
really
guess
good.
Lego
They're hanging.
Man's a little.
I feel like Star Fox. I'm surprised it's at number 3 or number 4. I'm pleasantly surprised because that game's fucking awesome. But it's like, damn, like shout outs.
That is 7
So
games.
okay, so you're missing 2 games that came out in June, so the month that this came out. One of the
Mhm.
games was an extremely viral success. Like you saw all the streamers play it.
Oh, well, let me be clear. I didn't, but I watched. What is it called? It's that painting game, is then? But I
Yeah,
don't know what it's
I
called.
think you know what it is.
Something chameleon. It's something chameleon. I've seen it. Yeah.
Mecha
I-
Chameleon.
Okay.
So weird thing, number 2,
Okay. I
which
have
is
not.
interesting.
I've like seen that, but I was kind of like I'm like it's like
Yeah.
the like hide and seek game kind of. But I'm like
Yeah, I
that
saw
is
some streamers play it. It looks fun, but I'm also like, I don't got anyone to play with.
that's not for me, man. I played too
uh,
much Prop Hunt already in my life.
okay, so the April game from Nintendo is a game that's all about living something. You're watching
Uh,
people,
I should
like
have.
doing shit.
Okay, it is. It's still on the Tomodachi. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess it makes sense. Tomodachi Life is kind of popular.
Tomodachi Life, yeah. Number 6. I'm really surprised, honestly, because like Tomodachi Life is hanging on in a way that Pocopia didn't. And like
That
Pocopia is
is
still one of the
weird.
best-selling games of the year, but it's still like, I'm surprised Pocopia is not in this top 10.
Yeah, yeah, because I tried out the Tomodachi Life demo. It's not for me, but I can maybe see why. But it's weird. Yeah, I
It's
mean it's
good
on
for the
Switch One, maybe, so maybe that's why.
yeah, that helps a ton. So the last game, like I said, I don't think you're gonna get it. It's number 1. It's based off the sport about fighting. You're punching and shit.
Oh,
It's
I
EA
said
game.
it's okay. I was say so. I was like, wait, it's not WWE.
No.
It's UFC.
UFC. Yep, UFC 6 at number 1. You gotta remember this is US sales charts, so ball and gun
I know,
gamers
but that
are a
still is
majority.
like that's number one. I don't think I've heard
That is
about the
crazy.
UFC games, and I don't even know when I've last heard about the UFC games. I can't believe that's number one.
Mhm. Yeah, it's pretty surprising, but it's also like, yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense when you think
I
about it.
get, yeah. I mean, it's a sports game, but I'm wondering if
Becca,
that's. I need to almost check last. It almost seems like that seems like it's an overperformance still, kind of.
I will say, I don't think it'd be surprising if Becca Chameleon technically sold more because that one's based on digital sales projections.
Oh yeah,
That made it number
that.
2.
I think that's why I was like that would not come to my mind.
Hmm.
But I think I've seen like the posts about like it's has sold like millions in
Yeah, it's like
weeks.
5 million, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a $5 game too, so they're making their own money back.
Okay, yeah.
Uh, but yeah, Fusion, let's talk about what we've been playing to kind of end things off. You playing quite a bit. I'll start real quick. Just the one game I've been like really grinding this week is Neo 2. Finally getting around to it. Kind of in anticipation to finally check out Neo 3. I played Neo 1 earlier this year. I really digged it, but like I thought there was a lot of issues.
Mhm.
Have you played the Neo games?
I played Neo 1 a little bit.
Oh,
I
okay.
felt which is
Yeah.
why I was gonna ask. I was like, because I'm still curious to eventually to maybe try out 2 and maybe eventually 3.
Neo 2 is phenomenal. I'm really
Okay.
surprised by how much of a step up it is. Now, I will say, it still has some of the same trappings. It's got that Team Ninja loot vomit that, listen,
That's
I
what
don't
throws
love,
me
but I'll
off.
always love
Yeah.
it. I'll always love Team Ninja and their loot vomit, but I'm like, man, you guys really got to stop it with this. I don't think
That's
anyone really likes this.
that is
Um,
definitely the number one thing that I remember being like, this is insane to
it's
me.
so comical. But yeah, they got the Team Ninja loot vomit that, you either love or hate, mostly hate. But they also some weird issues in terms of what's it called, the way that like combat is designed, specifically like certain enemies. I'm just like, these guys suck. They're not fun to fight at all, more so than even like some of the worst enemies in FromSoft games I've noticed, specifically with like the yokai realm
Mhm.
and like when your stamina is reduced heavily, stuff like that. More specific things that bother me, but like also the story kind of sucks, which is not too surprising for a Team Ninja
Well,
game.
yeah,
But
so say
to that point, I will say, second half of the story started picking up, or at least
okay.
the last fourth of the game. The story got really much more interesting, and I'm like, oh, now I'm actually really invested in what's going on. But having said all that, this game is so much goddamn fun. The combat is such a step up from 1 in terms of the way they improve a lot of the stance changing has always been kind of the highest quality mark of the Neo games, of
Mhm.
like what makes them very unique. And I think here that the stances feel much more involved, much more um well, I don't know what the best way to put it. It feels like the stances have way more reason for you to switch between them instead of just like maining one stance. And like the
Yeah.
combo potential within them is so strong now as well. There's a much more easily parsable leveling up system and how you're like setting up skills and whatnot that works way more than I feel like the weirdly confusing way Neo 1 did it. Um I also really love the level design in this game. It's very Dark Souls-esque, where it is much more like winding maps. It's not the same as Dark Souls because it is like mission based. So you are just kind of going like level to level. But it is cool the way that like you'll wrap around a place and it's like, oh cool, I'm back at the shrine that like I originally started at, and stuff like
Yeah.
that, where I really love that stuff. And
I was saying,
Souls
now
likes,
that's speaking my language. Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I
because
love.
that's something that I feel like modern Souls likes kind of abandoned is that level
Yeah.
design, and I'm like, we gotta go back to that because it's really cool. Instead of just, oh, here's another bonfire, it's no, you go back to that original bonfire, and I think that's fun.
Yeah. That's
Game is
that's like
hardest. Oh, sorry, good.
I was gonna say that's like one of the weird things about Dark Souls 1. Like I don't know how many people would put up with it today, but like not even having like fast travel for the first half, I'm like
Yeah,
that kind of
I
like
love it deeply, but I'm
I
also
kind
like,
of like I'm like I understand no one else does, but I'm like I feel like I know that map so well
yeah, same.
because of like stuff like that. So yeah.
But yeah, no, man, it's just a really, really huge improvement over Neo One. I think it's arguably one of the best Souls likes I've ever played. Just the combat feels so immaculate, and the
Mhm.
combat in Neo One was really good. But I feel like it two is just like even more improved, like in such a big way. Where I'm like, I'm like really craving each combat encounter, and I think especially I feel like the second half of this game is so much stronger than the first. And the first I think is strong, and the second half you're just fighting really fun boss fights. Like I said, the story gets a lot better, and like everything around it, like visually, there's some really cool like just visual location changing that they do by the second half. That I'm like, oh, okay, now you guys are starting to get it a lot more, and you're doing more interesting things. I'm just like my thing with Team Ninja, I want to talk to them because I'm like, you guys got to stop with this Three Kingdoms Nobunaga's ambition storylines because like no one cares. You
Yeah.
gotta like figure this out because I think when they get away from like Oda Nobunaga story stuff and more into like what they're telling of the more unique storyline, I'm like, okay, this is actually more interesting, and like I'm digging this story more. But I wouldn't say it's good, but I'm like, okay, I'm more invested. So yeah, I really dig Neo 2. I'm gonna hopefully try to get to Neo 3 by the end of the year. But I really dig this franchise despite a lot of I've always said beef. Team Ninja is one of my favorite game developers, despite them never making anything above an 8.
No.
I love them deeply, but like I, I I generally think a Team Ninja game that's a 9 out of 10 would be like one of my favorite games of all time. They just can't reach that barrier, which is fine. I love them deeply, but it's just very funny to think about.
Yeah. I'm like this is like yeah, like almost bad because I was like I even though not liking Neo 1, I'm like Neo 3, I was gonna jump to Neo 3. I'm like
Mhm.
yeah, I was like maybe I just do that. Now I'm like
It looks
do I
really
do Neo
sick.
2? I might even have Neo it might even just be easier than Neo 2. I feel like I have it on like PS Plus at some point, so
Yeah, I think Neo
I'm
2,
sure.
it was on PS Plus at one point, so yeah, you can get it
Okay.
through there.
I'm like
It is
I'm
a
certain
big improvement over 1.
yeah,
There's also you
because I
get to
mean
make a character, which is fun. You don't
which
got to play as William.
as I say, I remember that specific one. I remember playing as the Irishman, and it was odd. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's good to hear. That is good to hear. There's always yeah, like I'm always like I should just play a Souls game. I know I'd say like I need to try something else, but I'm like there is something so comforting about them. I'm like
They, there's something about Souls games too for me, Beef, where I'm just like I feel so in control playing these games
oh
more than
yeah,
any other genre. Where I'm like, even when I'm getting my ass whipped, I'm like, I get
I
it.
know. I
This
feel
just
like
works for me.
I'm like it's so hard to explain because yeah, it's like
You're in a
I don't
flow
know how
state.
to, exactly.
Yeah, Souls likes
It's
and 3D
you
platformers are the
get
ones where I
weird.
feel
You
so
get
comfy.
I feel weird saying, but I've always said like, yes, this is like almost my comfort term, like
Yeah, which is so funny
comfort, but
considering
like,
like
and like,
what
what do
the
you
games
mean this
are.
is a comfort game?
Yeah.
That's
But
like,
like it's like no, guys, you don't get it. Like you don't
yeah,
understand how good it feels like fighting an enemy and then just sitting in the stat screen like, "Oh, do I want to increase my
yeah.
health or my stamina?"
I
It's
don't
just
think they
dumb shit
realize.
like that.
I don't think they understand. It's like, no, we're past the like, this is like insanely difficult for me phase. Or
Exactly.
like, I'm trying to figure out what the
Dude,
screen, the
I have 10
screen of
times
like
more difficult.
30 stats on. Yeah.
Yeah, I have 10 times more difficulty like trying to figure out like JRPG, like a turn-based game. I'm
Oh,
just
that's
like
that. Yeah.
confused out of my mind. But it Souls like I'm like, I get it. But yeah, Neo 2, really, really awesome. I highly recommend it. And Neo 3, I'll hopefully get to soon. But Beef, you got a couple games here. Armored Core 6 and Densha. I don't know if you put
Yeah.
Densha.
I did potential tech.
Oh,
So
okay, cool.
funnily enough, I think yeah, I was like, well, going Souls like I didn't have much and like a lot of things just because when you're busy, like you'll try a game but it doesn't stick. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm like, I feel embarrassing. What stuck? Oh, a FromSoft game stuck
of
because I
course.
because I've had on. Well, it was also because I was like, and usually you always have like the console game and the portable game. So I was like, you know what? Let's try them with PlayStation. I have the disc. I got on sale recently. It's a good time to play. And this is I'm noticing this theme in my life. Same thing with Dead Shack. Well, sometimes I play a demo or like borrow a game and play it for a few hours. I'm like, I'm not sure if this is good for me. But then I'm like, all
Hmm.
right, just sit down and I just know I'm gonna play like the full game. It sticks and it works in this case. From what Core was like, even from the beginning, while I was like very quickly starting to understand like what I'm doing. And it's which is funny to say that's what I'm doing because it's a mecha game and it's not even like
It took me a bit
like
too. It
it's
took
not
me
even
like an
like
hour before I really understood the flow.
well, I think it helped. What one thing that helps with Armored Core is they don't give you too many options almost at the start, where it's like
Yeah.
you're just given the mech. And there was like okay, there's like three. I mean, there's a lot you can customize, but most is like two or three options. So maybe at least for me that helped. I didn't worry about it too much. And by the time I was starting with difficult, like it was literally it was kind of like I'm trying to think of another game. I feel like I am like this with Fire Emblem, where it's like if I just when I'm getting to a difficult, like stop, reset, change like everyone's, or in this case, my max like everything out, I'll come back and be like, all right, now I've got my build to do back to smaller changes. Now I'm ready, and that's kind of how I felt here. Well, I was surprised almost once I kind of built my mech, which looked just hilarious. Like I was like using. I saw so many people being like use two of the same guns or two of the same like back things. And I just had four different stuff where it's like I got a minigun and a shotgun and a like
Yeah.
grenade launcher and they call it like the needle, but it's just like a laser, like a giant laser, and it just all
It's
worked.
so fun.
And I was like, there's probably like there's no way this is like meta, but because it's like it's mine, I understood it. Without much changes, I was able to just finish off the game with them. Like I felt so, like you said, so in control and like
Hmm.
just easily able to like move around. It's like, all right, do this. When this is like, while this following, do this, get them to stagger. Yeah, so I kind of understand why. I was almost like, I when Owen Core was announced, I was definitely like, this is not going to be the soft game for me. It's mecha. I don't really care about that. It's
Yeah.
again, it's not. It's I know it's. I forget who the director's name is. I feel bad now, but it's
It's
like
the Sekiro combat director.
yeah,
I know
exactly. It
that.
was like, and it's like yeah, it's like why? It's like yeah.
It's like, why
It
should I
almost
doubt this?
it almost is like yeah. Why should I doubt this? It's not like even direct tied to Miyazaki,
Masaru
but
Yamamura.
yeah, which is like is one of those things with while I'm playing like
You kind of feel it.
From Soft is so cheating. Like, where it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, even
It's
without
that
like,
art design, man.
yeah, it's like even without me and like even without me, it's like they still got these other guys who are like, we're gonna put the
They know what
From
they're doing.
Soft name on, and we're gonna make like incredible stuff between, yeah, like, like yeah, even though like there's still elements with like Sekiro and even Armored Core, like you know what, like oh, if you play from, it's gonna be a little hard, but
Hmm.
and it's like gonna be very combat focused, like.
Yeah.
So you think yeah, I'm like I almost do. It kind of reassures me for Dustbloods. It's like
Same. Yeah.
I can have the like issues, but so
It's
far
hard to feel worried about FromSoft
it's
game, even with
it's
how
getting
different it is.
yeah. It's like it's almost so hard to be like this is not at least going to have a certain level of quality to it. So and yeah, and
Nice,
now I
man.
need to like go back and play it again because I think
Yeah, get the
like we
other
were talking about.
endings.
I'm like I've seen. I'm like, oh, this isn't that difficult. I can definitely do this at some point. So I'm definitely gonna be going back for New Game Plus to get some endings because yeah,
Yeah.
I played like all the side, like you could do like the side one-on-one arenas, which were
Oh yeah.
nice too.
Just a
Which
fun ass game, man.
well, that was like a good lesson, like especially in the midpoints. Like here's what you it's like. Okay, you might want to make these changes like when you find a whole squad of like smaller enemies and you gotta control them all versus like, oh, just a one-on-one here's probably the changes you want to make. That helps so much, like understand actually what that to do with the building. So yeah, like I mean,
Hmm.
support. And like, I think we all know this about Only Cool. It's like a franchise that's like got nothing but 60s, and then this one comes out,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I
It's like
understand
such a jump.
why. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
man, From Software is very different from what they used to be, which
yeah,
they were making some cool shit back then, but like
I know.
Armored Core 6 is just a perfect example of
I know.
like
I don't
they
remember
really leveled
just
up.
the whole time. Yeah, it's like, oh, they're going back to this, but I don't. I was like, I wasn't too into it, but
Hmm.
especially the reviews did help. I was like, it sounds like yeah, they've taken a level up, and I'm glad I did eventually get around to it. Similar with Neo, it's like it's always in the back of my mind. Like, eventually, I'll probably sit down and play it, and yeah, I'm glad I did because it was so. It almost makes you want to be like, what else do I play that's like this? Or are they gonna give me another one eventually? Because and yeah, that's like how it works. Like now, it's like if they ever do, don't make another one. Now I am on board for it.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, no, the game's awesome. I'm glad you really digged it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Densha Tech 2. You want to talk real quick about that?
Yes, I'll be quick because I haven't played it too much. I like
Oh, okay.
started it. I've played like I think I'm through the first chapter. Something I forget if it's. I think I'm like an hour and a half in. And it's like 8 hours long.
Hmm.
Similar. I need to. This is becoming like the revelation. Where it's like I will play demos and be like and then play again. Like never mind. Although in this case, I
Yeah.
think it's a little odd because you play the demo and mostly getting to this because I think if anyone else has like played the demo, they might be like, this is. I think you're like this. Like this is fun in like in a lot of ways. It's like oh, it looks cool. It has that style,
No, for
but
me, it was like it looked really fun, but I don't like the Western anime art style.
oh okay. But
It's just a
I'm
personal
like,
thing.
because I was like the one thing that's like I've seen this in many games. Like you have all that, but then you play it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not sure
Oh.
I feel about playing this. And I
Hmm.
think because it's ironically very on rails. This is why I'm almost like think the demo did a disservice because like very early on chapter one, it's like okay, you can do tricks, you can there's like if it's like first showing tricks, which like in the demo, but it's like then they're like, oh, here's like the Tony Hawk manual. So you can just combo this entire level. And now I'm like, okay, I needed to know this. Thank you for that. And then they have
Yeah.
like different levels where it's like some levels, yeah, are just on rails, start, finish, try and collect some stuff. But then they're like, oh, but here's a race. Here's ones where it's like, yeah, like you're gonna be coming back to the map like in circles or taking alternate routes and just getting trick points or clearing stuff. And now I'm like, oh, fully on board. Now that I'm like, okay, so it
Nice.
is. This feels a lot like a weird style of like a Tony Hawk game where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play these levels. Maybe not as much as a Tony Hawk game where I might be playing it
Hmm.
like at least 10 times each, but I'll play it
Yeah.
like a few times. And they give you like the objectives to do. Like I haven't got to the point yet. I think there's like a shop that you can eventually get to use like the points from like doing all this stuff, but I haven't got to that yet.
Oh
And
yeah,
I'm
so
like,
still
okay,
early.
now you've got me a little more because yeah, it's like, hey, I'm just a huge mark for yeah, like the Tony Hawk style, and then you're kind of combining it with like it's just like there's gonna be more levels shorter, and you won't be playing them, but that kind of works for me. So I'm
Nice.
I'm enjoying it most. Yeah, like I had my concerns with the demo, but like after just by the end of chapter one, I was like, no, never mind, I'm sold. So I would recommend anyone else, yeah, like to try it out because I think that if you're looking for that kind of like if you already liked what you looked, but you thought, almost weirdly enough, the like fact is playing as a train makes me feel limited. I really think they kind of were able to like get around that and kind of free it up so you do feel more like in control, like, oh, I can do whatever I want and explore
Hmm.
these levels like as if I was skateboarding.
That's awesome, man. It does have a cool vibe to it, and yeah, I
Mhm.
joke about the Western anime thing, but like still, it's like
It
just
is
a
a
dumb hang up.
well, I don't remember those views. I know, but I've been like weirdly enough, like that's why like I had that with I think Way Forward is like the peak one everyone always is like looking at like we can
I
tell
just
this
like
is Western anime guys.
they don't need to. mix. I love anime. I love Western animation. They don't need a mix. That's all I'm saying. Just close the borders. um, joking aside, but yeah, no, it looks really awesome. It seems like people are really, really digging it. It's like 87 on OpenCritic, so yeah, very high.
Yeah, I'm mad I didn't pick it up on Fantasy League.
Yeah,
I really
same.
was, because I
Should've
played that
gone.
demo and I was like, oh, I can see this. So it's like, oh, that was substance. And I thought it would still be in like low 80s. So when it did get so well,
Indie game fans are so random because it's like all these games that will be hyped up for months are like an 81, 82. It's like, okay, I guess
yeah,
it's hard to predict an indie. But then randomly it's like, this one's an 87. It's like,
I
what?
know. I was
So,
like, fuck. But now I kind of get it. Because I
That's
think
awesome.
it would have scored like about like I was thinking, but it's like, oh, okay, no, I wasn't seeing exactly. It did seem like, yeah, like the full game kind of delivered more than I expected.
Hmm. But with
Now
that,
I want to
sorry, go ahead.
beat it now. I was just saying, and now I have to actually get finished because yeah, now a
You got
few more
Halo
games
on the
coming out my
mind.
way. Yeah, Halo and Splatoon.
Beast of
I want to get
Reincarnation
to.
is the next one for me. I'm really
Yeah,
excited for that
yeah,
game.
I'm interested in that. I put some like little tidbits in that the game. I'm like, I've been on the fence about, it, but I probably also will check it out.
Yeah. But with that, I think we're going to head out. That was a fun episode, Beef. Thank you for joining me. Thanks to Moon for joining us, at least in the very beginning. It was a good show. But with that, I think we're going to head out of here. If you guys want to find us, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever your favorite pods are found, we're on them. Like the podcast, helps out a ton, and find us on Twitter and Blue Sky at A Slice of Gaming, all one word. With that, I think we're going to head out. Say goodnight, Beef.
There you go. Have a good one.